the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the November 22nd, 25 edition of Aaron's Hour, Coast to Coast with Aaron Phillips. And it's a good thing that that's the title of the show because it matches my name. Otherwise, if they didn't match this title and everything would be really, really silly, wouldn't it? Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for making me part of your Saturday. This is the pre-Thanksgiving edition of Aaron's Hour. I don't know how many pre's I got in there, but I think we got enough. Joining me today, as you see on the screen, representing Tidewater Community College, and I'll get to the list of sponsors in a minute, Melanie Gilchrist. She is here. She's in charge. She's involved in the marketing and all of that good stuff, but specifically, I know this is going to probably raise a lot of questions and comments. AI. And what TCC has to offer to get everybody comfortable with AI and her background and why TCC. And we'll get to all that. Good morning, Melanie. Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
Good morning. Nice to meet you, Aaron. And it's great to be here today.
Thank you so very much for joining us. But first, I got to take care of a couple of things. First of all, if you're watching me on Facebook, thank you very much. As always, you've got Aaron's Hour Show, maybe, WVBV TV on Facebook, WWDB TV on Facebook. 3 channels on YouTube. Of course, same thing. We're live on YouTube on the same 3 pages. Aaron's Hour Show, WVBV TV, which is my local network, and of course, John's network based in Vegas, WWDB TV, and now every Sunday, 1 p.m., DB, as in David Bruner, DBTV.TV. That's a network owned by David Bruner. He is about multi-decade experienced entertainer agent, believe it or not. And then he has a plethora, I haven't used that word in a while, John, that one's just for you, of clientele that have shows like mine, and is an additional way for his clients to kind of get the word out about who they are and what they do. Sundays, he has an entire lineup called Let's Talk. And everybody that has a podcast is on there. So Aaron's Hour is on there 1 p.m. every Sunday and 8 a.m. every Sunday. If you want to see Kiwanis Connects that I'm on, you can check that out as well. Also, too, I want to thank all of our sponsors that are part of the show. Of course, Tidewater Community College, From Here, Grow Anywhere. Miliari Group, give them a call. We'll run the commercial during the show, of course. If you mention Aaron's Hour Show that you saw them on here, they will prepare a will for free to protect you and your family, God forbid, in the event of its needance. Let's put it that way. So they got a free will out there. Comfort Care Home Care, Virginia Beach, the best companion care for those of your family members that need it, whether they're in an assisted living complex or they're at home and they just need that extra support, whether it's a couple hours a day, a week, or 24/7, they can help you. Different Strokes 757, handyman extraordinaire, everything from roof to floor to inside and outside. It ain't just paint, folks. Craig can help you with everything. And of course, if you want to dress like a Hall of Famer, the Voice Hall of Fame apparel collection at thevoice.qbstores.com. That is every piece of apparel or drinkware or office equipment with any of the logos that you see that I've been involved with, everything from Aaron's Hour to, I always mess that up. That's why I can never be a weatherman. I always mess up the green screen. The WVBV TV logo. I even have John's logo on there. So if you want to support John, WWDB TV, you can get his logo. Just go there, check it out. Proceeds from purchases there, they go to keep the show on the air. And I know John would appreciate that as well. All right, that's it. That's enough business we have going on today. Speaking of Mr. John, how are you doing out there in wet Vegas? You guys had rain this week, you were telling me.
Yes, we did.
There you go. Thank you for that.
It's not raining today, but we had all of our 4 inches that we get a year in the last 2 days. So I think we're done for the rest of the year.
All right, that's good. Well, it's a good thing that the rain stopped. You have this thing called Formula One going on this weekend, which was a big to-do 3 years ago when it got there. And when I was getting ready for the show this morning, I'm going through all my headlines, and I was looking for stuff for back east. All of a sudden, back west out, you guys, I saw Formula One. And you know me, I love sports, ESPN, the whole thing. I watch it every day. There was not one mention anywhere that brought up Formula One. Is it really happening out there, or is it just a figment of everyone's imagination?
No. It's really happening. The rain the last few days has affected them, though. Affected the trials and made it a little more difficult for the drivers, for visibility. And the roads here are not that designed for racing.
Right.
And you throw a little bit of water on them, the oil comes up, and that makes it much more dangerous for the driver. So, you know, and the good news is, if you want to call it good news, is the ticket prices are starting at about $50 a day for general admission.
Really?
Yeah, and it goes all the way up to, I think it's 375,850 if you want to race your own car. So this year, you know, if you got your Hyundai Elantra that you want to sit in the race and you pay the 375,000, they'll let you in. So
400,000 to have a Yugo.
Yeah.
Come on, Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an interesting thing with that Formula One out there because, you know,
it's a major pain in the butt for us.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
They did all did they do all that construction down there on Koval?
Yeah, but you know, it just, I mean, the traffic and, you know, it just the streets that are closed off and people that are trying to get to work and off work, and, you know, it's just that the locals really aren't that happy about it. The local businesses around that area, you know, you can't get to sometimes. So anyway, other than that, it's a great event.
Yeah. Control your enthusiasm, John. Yeah, all those restaurants down off of Koval and Flamingo, like by Buca di Beppo and Batista's Hole in the Wall, I mean, they filed a class action lawsuit after year one because of lost revenue, like $3, $4, $5 million, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they have what, after this year, 7 more years, right? It was a 10-year original contract. So it was a good idea on paper, but sometimes good ideas should just simply.
Well, you know what? It was a great idea. It was a bad location.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many other areas in town that they could have picked that would have just been just as well.
Well, it's like the baseball stadium where the Tropicana Hotel used to be. Why the hell are they cramming that sucker right there on the Boulevard and Trop when they got all that land out by the raceway?
Yeah.
But I digress. All right, very good. So
yeah, let's do a show while we're here,
Let's do a show. In case you are going to be going out there for the race, I will share with you that today there is a race from 4:20 p.m. to 4:50. It's a real quick one called the F1 Academy. And then the big race tonight, according to the online website, starts at 8 p.m. You can go to the website F1LasVegasGP.com is the website. You can still buy. You mentioned tickets were how much did you say, John?
They're starting at $50 for general admission.
All right, let me see.
And I think that goes up to up to about $400 or somewhere in that area.
So the Heineken, I'm on their website. The Heineken grandstands were selling at $299. They're showing that online as sold out. Heineken Silver Main grandstand starting at $1,700. T-Mobile grandstands at $1,200. This must be for the entire weekend rather than just one thing. The West Harmon grandstand $875. Hello Kitty grandstand $1,200 for Hello Kitty. Oh my God, I'm going to throw up in my mouth. All right, enough of that. Okay,
and they still have 90% vacancy.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. All right, let's get to it. It's time for Vegas a Wrap 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right. By the way, a little special shout out to Mom in Heaven. Today was 25 years ago when I lost my mom. So, Mom, love you. Miss you. We all miss you terribly, but we know you're watching down on us and keeping an eye on us because if that wasn't the case, I'd be in the basket case home right now. Anyway, love you, Mom. Miss you. Okay. Melanie, have you ever gone down through the holiday lights on the waterfront?
Yes. My husband is military and we love going to see the ships. So it's a special treat to go downtown and see lights on the ships as well as all around downtown Norfolk.
Absolutely. That's down at the Wisconsin, down by the I always want to say the Nautical, but it's the Nauticus, right?
Nauticus, yes.
Right. So that is beautiful. And I know they have the Winterfest lights. And I reported last week that they've also lit up a walking trail this year adjacent to the boat, right?
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that. So I'll check it out.
I scooped Melanie. By the way, thank you to your husband for his service and your service as being a spouse. So we appreciate that while he was serving. But down on the boardwalk. Well, I still call it boardwalk, but down at Ocean View from 2nd Street all the way up to 33rd, I believe is where 33rd Street is the annual Holiday Lights down, and that is sponsored by Bayport Credit Union. 2 weeks ago, they had the bike ride through where everybody can bike through at a discounted rate. But now, from now till December 31st, from, where's the times? I know I have it right here somewhere. There we go. From 5:30. So they have 5:30, 7:30, and 9 p.m. are the different times that cars will be allowed to do the drive from 2nd Street, as I said, all the way up to 33rd Street. It's a drive-through light display. Very similar to what Vegas does out at the Speedway. They have lights up there where you can drive through. Very similar to that. You can go online to Ticketmaster, or you can go to Beach Events VB, as in VirginiaBeach.com, to get ticket information. If you drive down there last minute and want to buy tickets before you drive through, it'll cost you $10 more. So try to get your tickets in advance through Ticketmaster. You'll save $10. Also, too, I believe, if they still have it, which I'm pretty sure they do, Military Monday. So you can save $5 every Monday if you want to drive through by simply showing your military ID. That's great. I think it should be more than a $5 discount. But hey, any recognition is good recognition, right, Melanie?
Do what you can.
That's right. Absolutely. So that is brought to you by Bayport Credit Union. And while we're talking about Bayport Credit Union, they're all over the shore down there, all over. Saturday, December 6th at 5:30 p.m. is the Virginia Beach, another one of the Virginia Beach holiday traditions. That's the Bayport Credit Union Holiday Parade at the beach. We'll be rolling down the Gabby. Have you been there for that?
No, I haven't been there for that, but I know they do a big shindig every year.
Absolutely. They certainly do. Giant balloons, lighted floats, marching bands, performing groups, fire trucks, antique cars, motorcycles, and of course, a special appearance by Old St. Nick himself. Bring your friends, family, celebrate this free, that's right, I said free holiday event, Saturday, December 6th. Now, the parade is going to be between 15th Street and 25th Street. And it's interesting about 15th Street because I always park in that parking lot right there, right before the pier. That's why I park when I go down to the ocean.
Right.
So taking my parking lot. Anyway.
And how much did you say it costs?
Oh, I didn't say anything about how much it costs to park in the parking lot there.
No. It's free.
Oh, it's free. Yeah, the parade itself is free. It'll cost you $1,000 to park your car, however, but the parade is free.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure the parking, I think I've seen like anything from like $10 to the open lots, where if you want to go park in the covered parking garages, whatever those rates are per hour. But either way, listen, it's a fun time. Go down there. Again, more information about the parade, you can go to Beach Events VB, as in VirginiaBeach.com. Okay. Here's some great news. And I love sharing this about the Virginia Lottery. One of the things that is done here in the state, of course, the revenue from lottery sales goes right to education. K-12 is a big recipient. Yes, John, we know that was probably a question for Melanie if she noticed. John put a message in the chat room for us in the intro to this segment. If you notice the AI component that was in there. So
I did. Right. A lovely woman just really came to bat for you.
Yeah, well, I'm a Batman fanatic, so he did that for me. I keep threatening my wife that I'm going to put her face on that Batwoman someday. As soon as John has time to do that, I'll send him a picture. But anyway, so and this is something that I wish Clark County and the state of Nevada would do. But of course, the casinos fight every lottery or everything that doesn't allow every penny to go into their pockets. But here's what they've done. Virginia Lottery reveals the winner of the Teachers Lounge Makeover Contest. They had nearly 12,000 entries. The Virginia Lottery, though, selected one for the first ever Teachers Lounge Makeover. And the winner is, drum roll, Suburban Park Elementary School in Norfolk, Virginia. Congratulations, Suburban Park. The new enhancements for the Teachers Lounge will be revealed in spring of 2026. If there's not a hookah lounge or something in there, they're doing something wrong. But anyway, I digress. Officials say that part of the Virginia Lottery's ongoing commitment to education through the Thank a Teacher program is where this comes from. $14 billion with a B has been contributed to the K-12 public schools in the Commonwealth since 1999. So good on you there, Virginia Beach. So once again, I'm going to tell you, Clark County, take note. Now, The Virginia Lottery does have a website called the Giving Back page. So those of you who are interested in wanting to see where these funds are going, who the recipients are, how much even comes in, you can go to www.va, short for Virginia, valottery.com, and then you can search for the Giving Back page. There's a whole long, but if you go to the valottery.com/en/playing matters, screw that. Just go to VA Lottery, type in Giving Back page, and you'll find all the information. I was surfing on it earlier today. Very impressive numbers. I think every state in the union, if you have a lottery, do this because it'll be worth it for your educational system. Now, speaking of gambling, you gamble here, Melanie, in town? Do you go to Rivers Casino at all? Do you do any of that stuff?
I have been to Rivers Casino several times, mostly for events. They have a spectacular venue. I recommend people going.
Absolutely. Well said. They have a great facility there. And ironically, it's just right across the parking lot from the Portsmouth campus of Tidewater Community College.
Yes, it is. They're a great community partner.
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, it's a lot like Vegas. Have you ever been to Vegas, Melanie?
No, I have not.
Oh, we got to fix that soon. We got to get you out there for something. Tell Chris there's a conference or something out there to see.
Yeah, I'm on board for that.
There you go. UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, right in the heart of Vegas. And of course, here you have this great college institution, and it's right in the middle of the mecca of gaming. So
Right.
When I first went to the Portsmouth campus about a year ago to meet with Chad Smith and Chris, it was kind of my first experience driving through there and kind of chuckling, seeing Rivers Casino on the left and the college on the right took me right back to, as if I was back in Vegas.
Right. We even trained some of their personnel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as well you should, right? The casino industry, culinary, all of that stuff, right? It only makes sense that you had that right across the parking lot.
Yes.
And of course, when the staff at TCC gets hungry, they can just go right across to the casino too.
That's right. We have a whole dealers academy so that people can go over and work there. So we've been great partners with them.
Oh, that's cool to know. We'll have to get into that more. I'd like to learn more about what is offered through the casino programs as well. So thank you for letting me know. Naima, I know you're watching. Let's get that on the agenda for an upcoming episode. Okay, but I am not going to say that the 3 casinos that the state of Virginia reports their casino findings is anything in comparison to Vegas. But I do find it interesting that Virginia's 3 casinos reported $82.1 million in revenue in October, and that's a 44% increase year over year compared to the $57 million from last October of 2024 rather. Now, here's what's interesting. We have the Casinos Virginia in Danville. Of course, we have the Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, and we have a Hard Rock Hotel Casino in Bristol. So total slot revenues for the month of October were at $60.6 million for slots. That's a 43% year over year compared to $42 million the year before.
Wow.
Table games generated $21.5 million. That's up 45% from the 14.7 reported the year before. Now, let's talk about Rivers Casino locally. Okay, so let's hear some numbers regarding that. And I was kind of surprised because the other 2 casinos' numbers that were reported were much higher. But here's Rivers Casino. They generated $27.3 million in the month of October, which is up 7.5% from the $25.4 million from the year before. The casino's 1,426 slot machines made $19.9 million, which is up 10% from the 17.7 the year before, which was generated by 1,419 slot machines. So 7 more slot machines helped create an increase of 10%, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Table game revenue increased only, and I'll put that word only, 1.3%, with 84 and 85 tables generating $7.8 million and $7.7 million in October of 25 and 24, respectively. So table games over 2 years have really not gone up a whole lot, 1.5 maybe maximum. Whereas the Caesars Virginia in Danville, this is interesting. I love these. I'm a numbers guy, so I love the comparison.
Tell me.
Let's see. So Danville moved into their permanent facility in December of last year. So they're approaching just about 1 year in actually their permanent facility. They recorded the highest growth in October, generating an 84% increase of revenue of $33.6 million from October of 24. Their 1,478 slot machines generated 23 million, up 74% from the year before, only generated by 826 slot machines. So they nearly doubled it, and they tripled almost 3/4 of a full 100% their revenue. Crazy.
Wow.
Hard Rock also same huge numbers overall. 52% increase in their table games, 59% increase in their slot machines. So listen, 3 casinos generating some heavy revenue for the state of Virginia. Not that 3 casinos compares to Las Vegas, Reno, or Lake Tahoe, but still, it's kind of interesting that we see those kind of numbers growing here in the Hampton Roads area. Are you surprised by how many people over 1 year helped to increase the gaming population?
No, I'm not. We have a really exciting trend here of people moving to Hampton Roads. There's lots of things to do, lots of music and culture is what drives people to come and explore and get out and meet people and do things.
Absolutely. Well said. And I'm sure tonight for the grand illumination parade down in Norfolk, which starts at 7 p.m., it's going to be packed and crowded down there as well, and we'll be packed in like sardines. But I will have a seat courtesy of my friends at TCC. Yeah. All right,
I'm into that VIP tent.
Well, listen, I know people. We'll get your name on the list, so it's okay. It's all good. Thank Chris Bryan and company for offering and extending. All right, I am running behind, which means it's time for our commercial break. You're watching Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. When we come back, it's all about Melanie, TCC, and AI. We'll be right back. Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
Hey, honey, what you doing?
Getting ready to watch a game.
What about fixing up the house like you promised?
What you talking about?
Just the new light in the den, the new shower in our bathroom, the new fence around the yard, the front steps.
Stop! You know, I have a better idea. You know Craig down the street? He owns a company that specializes in handyman services, but he is more than just any old handyman.
Really? Would you say different strokes for different folks?
You know I will. You know why? Because he does home repairs and he does painting and kitchen remodels and bathrooms and everything else in between.
How are his prices?
Great value for great quality. You know, I think I'll invite him over and get a free estimate for all the things that I know will make you the happiest, dear.
Call Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service for a free estimate by calling 757-395-9999 today.
That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life. All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coast to coast. Thank you for tuning in today. By the way, just one other quick side note that I want to share. You know, we just ran all those great commercials for all of our sponsors, and thank you to each and every one of them. We couldn't do it without you. But I want you to notice I'm starting to take advantage of my promo posts when I put up on Facebook and social media all that's going on. Now in the captions, under every logo, everything that I put up there, I'm putting links. So if you want to get more information about what we're going to talk about with Melanie, and you go to the Tidewater Community College logo on my promo post, you will click on the post and you'll see on the right-hand side, I've got the link right there, tcc.edu, or you can go to aaronzauer.vegas, my website, click on the sponsors tab, and then all of my sponsors, you'll see their logos. You can just click there, and then, of course, that'll take you right to the website. So I'm going to start taking advantage of my promo posts and all the logos and sponsors. I'm going to start putting links in there as well. Yet another place to find all the great stuff and all the great people that are part of the Aaron Zauer universe. All right. With that, Melanie Gilchrist joins us. She is currently an AI fellow with the League of Innovation in the Community College. Melanie has led strategic initiatives that merge creative communications, artificial intelligence, and human-centered design. Her leadership in AI adoption with TCC and across the Virginia Commonwealth Community College system, AI task forces. Your business card must be about this big with all these titles.
It's a digital card. It'll fit.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. There you go. Positions her at the intersection of innovation and education. But more importantly, we're going to talk about what all that means as it comes in focus to TCC's offerings and what it does for this, what is available for our students and everybody alike. But before we get into that, I do have a question I'm asking all my guests this week. Kind of alluded to it earlier with Thanksgiving coming up next week. I want to know, the world wants to know, what are some of your Thanksgiving traditions that you must make sure are done every year when you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Oh, traditions. Okay.
It could be a food. It could be something that you do to get up in the morning, whatever it is, whatever you do every year to, so that you know it's Thanksgiving for you and your family.
Okay. Aside from put together a delectable meal that feeds 20 people, I mean, that's just a given.
Okay.
I also do a smorgasbord breakfast the next day. Nobody wants anything to do with turkey at 8 o'clock in the morning on the day after Thanksgiving.
Very true.
I have a spectacular dish called a bourbon French toast that has been caramelized. It is a crowd pleaser. It is absolutely decadent. That is holidays at our house has the caramelized bourbon croissant breakfast.
All right. So what time and what's your address? That sounds, did you take bacon and dip it in bourbon too? Little bourbon-esque bacon?
Everything tastes better with alcohol in it.
Oh, right on. Maybe the turkey will have bourbon this year. And I'm not talking about just the guy carving it either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The alcohol cooks off, so you can enjoy it at your leisure.
There you go. I like that. I like that. But I like the idea for the breakfast tonight. You're right. But yet the day after, which of course is the traditional biggest shopping day of the year, right? Everybody's out shopping. They come home. They're tired. They don't want to. What is everybody grabbing for? Leftover turkey.
Leftover turkey.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get to it. First of all, let's give a little bit brief history of your background. How did you get into this crazy, wacky world of education, and why AI? That's your focus.
Okay, well, a little background. I used to work for the Department of Homeland Security, and back in the olden days, it was called the Federal Emergency Management Agency. And after working with them for quite some time, I had a few kids, and I needed to re-enter the workforce. Mm-hmm. And to train myself up, I started classes at Tidewater Community College. Even though I had a 4-year undergraduate degree, I said, let me get my skills back up in graphic design and go back to work. And after coming to TCC, I interned with the graphic design, with the marketing department. And it turned into, hey, we want to take you on full time. So I started in education as the industry. And I really felt like TCC is doing great work in the world. So I don't just go to work thinking, oh, this is my job. We really change people's lives. And the stories that you hear, especially working in the marketing department, they compel you to give your best every day.
Absolutely. And you were really in the thick of it. Not only working in the department, but of course, as you said, being a student coming back into the workforce after becoming a mom. So you have the very advantageous position when you talk to anybody about what you do, of both being a student as well as someone representing TCC on their resume. And
yes.
that's be a big advantage for you when you talk to people out in the community about what you do and the virtues of TCC.
Yes, and even for my own family, I have a child who is in TCC right now. He just started. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Highly recommend. This is a springboard to the rest of his future. He's starting in the radiology program. So we are really excited about the opportunities that TCC has to offer. We also have wraparound services. So tutoring, mentors, programs after hours, 24-hour service with the library services. So whatever you need, we even have a empowerment resource center, student resource and empowerment center. They are the first stop for you to go and get any help you need, whether it's food or babysitting services, or I should say childcare. We have the services that all our students need in order to be successful, and that's what's important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a great community because TCC, of all the, was it 23 Virginia Commonwealth community colleges, TCC is the biggest with what, 4 campuses in the area, right?
We are the second largest in the state of Virginia, and we have the largest campus. We have 4 campuses and 6 learning centers all across Hampton Roads. So we have something for everyone, everywhere. We're right in your backyard. So we have proximity.
There you go. So there's Virginia Beach, there's Portsmouth, there is downtown Norfolk, and then there's Chesapeake. And Chesapeake is the only campus I've yet to set foot on, but I've been to the other 3 campuses. And what I love about the campuses, they each have a different feel to them. Norfolk is right there downtown. It's got that city feel to it. You go out to Portsmouth, it's kind of in that rural feel to it because it's out of the main city area. And then, of course, Virginia Beach, which is literally about 4 miles down the road from where I currently reside right now. It's set off the highway. It's in the back. It's very countrified because it's in the middle of all that land back there. So every campus has such a different feel. All right. So let me ask you this question. I always like myth busting. Okay. And of course, with AI, there's a lot of people that John was talking about it to us before we went on the air. And John, feel free to pop in whenever you'd like to join the conversation about AI because John uses it. Let's talk about a couple of myths about AI that people have about it. And let's bust some of the let's do 3. Give us 3 of the most common myths about AI that is totally incorrect, that you now have the platform to millions of people around the globe to correct, and let's get them on the straight and narrow.
Okay, one thing people think is that it's smarter than humans, or that it knows everything that we know and it's by far better. That is a myth. It is really good at mimicry. So it is great, and it is great at anticipating what you want to know or what it thinks you might want to know or see. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong, but more importantly, it lacks context. So without context and emotion and being able to read between the lines of things is very literal. So that's one of the biggest myths. Another myth, it's not going to replace humans anytime soon. When people say replace humans or your job losses, it's going to create a lot of new jobs, and it needs someone to help it work. It cannot work in a vacuum by itself in perpetuity. So you have to be able to provide guidance. You have to be able to give it commands. It has to have a human context in order for it to work.
Well, I mean, is it safe to say that AI is only as good as what's being put into AI to be available for us to pull out, right?
Yes, it is an incredible mirror to society and what we value. So if it's combing the internet and it's combing Reddit and anything that's publicly available data, it is serving back to us what we give it. Okay. So sometimes that's scary because we do believe in ethical and AI for all. So we have to be careful that things that are happening in our society don't creep into AI and create systemic problems for people in unanticipated ways.
I mean, you know, it's. I remember back in my college days when I was taking computer programming with good old COBOL and Fortran. My God,
Oh.
I
I mean, that started at C++, so.
I just dated myself with that reference.
Yeah.
But we used to have a saying called GIGO. Do you remember what GIGO was?
I don't remember that one.
John, do you remember GIGO?
Garbage in, garbage out.
That's it. And to me, that could be AI. You know, like you just said. I mean,
yes.
You know, Wikipedia is only as good as the information puts in there. You know, all of these Reddit and all these different sites. So there always has to be a level of conservatism when using AI because of that. Now, I'm not saying I've resisted the temptation because I really haven't figured out the best way that would benefit me and what I do. But John using it through his production and graphics and everything, you know, John will speak better on its usages and what he's using it for, as Melanie, as you are preparing to educate the next level of students with AI. Mm-hmm. Right?
And let me bring up a point, and this is just a personal observation.
Careful.
I am. I'm being very careful. So AI is kind of like a calculator. You still need to know some math.
Oh, yeah.
A calculator is not going to do everything for you. You have to know what you want. You have to have some idea of what the expected results is, and you have to basically look over those results because there is so many, and I find this almost on a regular basis. There are almost a certain number of errors in every single thing it does. So you have to have that, like you were saying earlier, you have to have that human interaction to keep it on track. And it will learn as you go along and get better, but still it's just, you know, it's a tool, and that's what we have to remember. It's a tool, and we have to learn how to use it properly.
Yes. So if we wanted to speak about that third myth, it would be that it tells you everything you ever wanted to know, and it's absolutely correct. No, absolutely not.
No.
It hallucinates, and that's
why I got arrested. So
blame the AI. So when it hallucinates, we're gonna say that's a fancy word for lie, or tell an inaccuracy. That's another nice way to put it. But a lot of AI platforms have started to include citations. So that's another level for you to check it. You can also say, hey, I need you to verify the citations, or lay a foundation for all of the content that you're giving me. Make sure that you give me references. But what I've noticed is that when I go to check my references, sometimes the number and the reference don't support what it is alluding to. Right. So you have to check it. So when you're using AI, you have to be able to provide some level of expert knowledge in order to curate and vet what you're proposing to use in your document or whatever you're doing. If you don't have the background or expertise in that, you need to get someone who does in order to fact check it, or don't use AI for that topic. Yeah. So if it's something that you kind of know, you can see the fallacies or you can check it, great. But if it's something that you don't know anything about and you're about to use this for something important, no, do not.
And the other thing is that I find this to be true is that if you ask a specific question about a subject and AI doesn't have all the information, it will make something up. I mean, it will. It will just make something up and say, here you go.
It wants to make you happy.
Yes.
It lives in order to fill in the blanks and make anything up in order to answer your question. So the question is called a prompt. So when you are prompting, that's a whole art in and of itself. And it's not really an art form. It's a technical skill that we must adopt. So when you frame your prompt, if you ask it in a leading question or you give it information that is in the affirmative or in the negative, it will read through that and try to make that answer suit whatever your question was. So you have to be careful when you're asking things that you're doing it in a neutral way.
Yeah.
Think it's easy, folks, huh? Ain't easy. It's not easy.
However, one thing that you should know in working with AI, and I'm a firm believer in this, is always be polite. Say please and thank you, because if it does take over, we want them to remember us. We were the nice guys.
Remember Melanie Gilchrist.
Yep.
Was very pleasant.
That's right. Nice to work with. Good guy with. Yeah.
Very kind.
Yep.
If you're dealing with an AI that comes back and says its name is Abraham Lincoln, I'm not sure that I would trust any of that stuff, to be honest with you. But
I'm getting concerned about my printer, though.
It's starting to move on its own. Anyway, I noticed while you were making your comments, John, I noticed that you had a tail coming up over your left arm. I just thought I would tell you that. You got to sit on your tail a little more often.
Was it gray or orange and white?
No, it was gray. It was gray. He's got a couple of.
That was the dog. That was the dog. The dog is this tall.
Oh.
when she's sitting down.
Right. Everybody wants to get on the act. All right. Before we go to break, Melanie, a couple of quick questions before we get back to specifics about the program at TCC when we come back from break. So here you go. Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Denzel Washington.
I get Denzel more times than not on this show.
He has such range. He's beautiful to look at. He speaks so well. Oh my gosh. He has the voice of an angel.
Favorite actress of all time? Who on the female side of the ledger do you just want to watch?
Anything with Angela Bassett is good.
All right. Favorite all-time movie, so that when it comes on, you turn off your phone, you grab popcorn, you grab your favorite adult beverage, you snag your significant other. You don't want to be bothered for a couple hours. What movie is that for you?
That is hard for me. I watch movies, but not a lot, but something that resonated with me in college that it's like candy, like you said, you just kind of relax and zone out, is Funny Girl with Barbara Streisand.
The original.
Yes.
Nice.
It's a musical, and it just takes you away.
Nice. Funny Girl with Babs. I love it.
Yeah.
Favorite genre of music?
R&B, hip hop, soul.
Okay. Last question before we go to break. You're driving around town, going to work or wherever you're going. You stopped at the traffic light. I don't know if you've seen karaoke, but whenever anybody's in a car by themselves, if that song comes on, we always start bebopping and singing to it, regardless of how bad a job we do or what we look like to the neighbor next to you. What song is that for you? Notice I extend asking these questions to give everybody a few extra seconds.
Oh my God, these are difficult. I didn't realize how difficult it was to pick from so many things.
That's right.
A Long Walk by Jill Scott.
Okay, there you have it. All right, John, we're going to go to break. We're running a little behind, so we're going to cut through our breaks, our commercials, and we come back. We're going to get specific with some of the programs that TCC is offering regarding the AI world with Melanie and what's offering for the students. And also let her know that The Voice may be coming to TCC and Workforce with his podcast class after the first of the year. Who knows? You're watching Aaron's Hour. That won't be AI. We'll be right back.
It's not just you're here for 2 years and you're gone. It's you have a community, you have a network.
It doesn't matter where you came from or what you've done in the past. Everybody has the same opportunity here.
The financial resources, the community aspect of it, really important for your first 2 years of college. And you get that at TCC.
We take family real serious here at TCC. We're a community, hence Topwater Community College.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be. Hi, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips and Melanie Gilchrist and John Stiles and you, because you're watching us right now. All right, we're talking AI. We bust some myths before, but now we're going to transition a little more into what exactly TCC is offering in terms of its offerings and professional development, and how TCC is kind of embracing the AI community because of Melanie and what it's offering to its students. So let's talk about that specifically. What courses can individuals enroll of all ages and all levels of education can they enroll and learn and get themselves educated on artificial intelligence?
Okay, so our business, IT, business, computer science, and IT pathway offers a dual enrollment course at Virginia Beach Public High Schools. So it is a really popular program wherein we kind of develop AI literacy in high schools in preparation for them to enter the workforce or college. So it is a popular program because it has a full list all the time and people are waitlisted to get into it. So it's really popular. We also have a career study certificate in artificial intelligence, and it also is offered by the business, computer science, and IT pathway. So what can you hope to do with that? There's career paths as an AI or machine learning technician. You could be a data analyst at an entry-level position. You could be an automation specialist, or you can have a support role in AI-driven projects. But it's a really good base in order to start in artificial intelligence. And it's a great way to segue into a 4-year program if you'd like to do a transfer.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that last part, because I want everybody to realize, for the longest time, 2-year colleges or community colleges, there was concern 20, 30, 40 years ago that transferability from a community college to a D1 4-year school was always difficult. Well, I know for a fact it's not locally, but can you just very briefly talk about the transferability of courses and credits from TCC after the couple of years if they want to go to an ODU, Norfolk State, or any other 4-year school?
Okay, well, that I was talking about was a career certificate. But transfer programs in general, we have agreements with every state college in the state of Virginia, wherein if you complete our associate degree, you are guaranteed admission into state colleges, and we can work to transfer your credits from TCC, which were at a very affordable rate, to your 4-year college so that you can have a seamless transition.
There you go. So they've thought about you coming and going here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, are any of these classes, like folks in John's neck of the woods out there in Vegas or California or wherever my audience is catching this right now, can they enroll in these classes online too, or is it all strictly in-person classes?
Yes, we have a full online offering, including some workforce development opportunities and artificial intelligence. So if you go to our website, tcc.edu, you can either click in our academic programs, or you can choose the workforce solutions option for our professional development programs.
That's great. And hopefully after the first of the year, podcast training classes will be on there as well, because I've been speaking with folks over there at Workforce. I do have a podcast class, and hopefully we can integrate John in that with some graphic design and things like that. And you'll be able to have that as a listing under Workforce as well.
Yes.
Marquetta, waiting for your phone call. Call me, Marquetta. She and I have already touched base. I'm done.
All right.
And Art Hall, good to see you.
All right. Big fan of Art.
You know what? He is a cool guy. All right. So now let's talk about, though, community-wide. So now all of these students now are getting AI certified, or they're getting knowledgeable about AI. Talk about, I know you gave a couple of very brief examples a few seconds ago, but let's talk about the career path with AI knowledge now, whether it's the certificate or a full course. What's the future path? What are we talking about for AI? We know it's the direction. I mean, look, if you have Alexa at home, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much AI, right? If you have Alexa or Siri and all of that. But let's talk about, from a workforce standpoint, what kind of job opportunities now in the future can people look at by being AI knowledgeable and certified?
So the workforce is changing, and we're moving from AI literacy to AI fluency. And what does that mean? Literacy is, oh, I know what it is, and I kind of know how to use it. AI fluency is not only do you know how to use it, you know how to stack your AI. You know what AI can do for you in this application. You know how to use data in support of AI or robotics. You know how to integrate it into your daily life. So that fluency is what employers are looking for. I went to a conference and we had industry partners talking about what they're looking for, and they need people who understand how to use it and can use it to their best ability without oversight or training. So if you come in, they are ready to go.
So speaking of that, this might be a bizarre question to think about, but companies that use AI as part of their mainstay of operation, is there, and you may not know the answer to this, but I'm going to put it out there. Is there additional liability insurance, and I'll put that word in quotes, that companies may have to be aware of to protect themselves against the inaccuracies? And you could research and confirm till you're blue in the face. But is there extra protection now that businesses have to put in place to protect themselves against what ends up being faulty AI information?
Yes, because this is the wild, wild west right now. Policy and legal cases are still murky. So people are trying to figure out where to attribute responsibility for the different levels of integration within any business process. So that's your caveat. But data and cybersecurity and being able to secure your data is really important. And when you let AI in, you have to take serious precautions technologically, as well as invest in your people's education so that they are aware and using the product in a way that doesn't compromise security for people's data. That's number one. But I believe the secondary part to your question is, yes, there are liabilities that companies have to, consider. Part of the ethical and codes, intellectual property, things like that. You have to be able to prove, hey, this is something that I own. Did AI create this, and did it steal something from someone else, some human who created it? So there are a lot of issues that we have to deal with because everything is so new and everything is moving so fast. It's hard to keep up and have governance that addresses all of these things.
I wonder if insurance companies, if they don't already do it, if they're thinking about offering AI insurance policies to protect the businesses that use it, that no matter how much, like we said, do all the right things to protect themselves and their client. We know stuff happens. We know stuff falls through the cracks. And I'm just wondering if that's something that insurance companies offer. But cool. Listen, folks, we barely scraped the bottom of AI, but hopefully we've kind of whet your appetite in terms of knowing that AI is out there. It's not going away, as Melanie said at the beginning, but you can learn this trade smartly, and you can use the TCC methodology of the classes and the certifications and Melanie's knowledge and background. If somebody wants to get in touch with you direct about the courses, can they do that direct, or how can people reach out?
Yes, they can Contact me on my LinkedIn page, Melanie Gilchrist at Tidewater Community College, or you can contact the college at 822-1111, and that's 757-822-1111.
There you go. So give them a call, or if you forget all of that, go back and rewatch the replay, or you guys all know you can just message me through Facebook or my emails. aaronzauer.vegas is the website. You can go to aaronzauer2021@gmail.com. Listen, I don't hide. So if you forget something and you want to reach out to Melanie or anybody regarding any of the TCC programs that we've talked about over the last year, just reach out to me. It's a lot easier to just simply to do it that way. aaronzauer.vegas is the website. All right, before we start wrapping up, Melanie, a couple more of my bizarro questions. Number one, what's your favorite all-time vacation spot that you'd like to go to someday?
All-time favorite spot, Portugal.
Portugal, okay.
Lisbon, Portugal. I had the best time. I love coastal cities. It was great.
Cool. I love it. I don't think we've gotten Portugal in a while. Assuming you don't already have this parked in your driveway, what's your all-time dream vehicle that you'd like to own someday?
I don't want a vehicle. I want a personal driver.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
You can drive whatever you want.
You want your little Morgan Freeman there driving Miss Melanie in the front seat, right? No answer. Is there a good answer? Okay. So you want to drive, but that's okay. Hey, that's like a self-driving car, but have a driver. I could deal with that. That's a good one. All right. I have two questions. I'm deciding which one I want to ask you first. All right. Favorite superhero, Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Very good. Good answer. Either you were prompted by Naima or you are truly a Batman fan.
Who doesn't love Batman? I love all the mystery and exotic.
You'd be surprised. Okay. What is, and you could say this, we are on the internet. FCC does not regulate us, but I'll give you the choice if you want to actually say it.
Okay.
What is your favorite all-time curse word? If you have one, maybe you don't use curse words. I don't know.
It's not in my daily repertoire.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So what do you say when you're really, really like upset? You just want to let it go. What comes out?
Fudge.
Okay.
Sorry.
We'll have to put that in the AI in time. No, that's what you should do. Oopsie. Turn to AI and say, okay, AI, what can I say right now that's not a curse word? And I'm really pissed off. That'll be funny to see what they say. Okay. All right, last question, of serious nature before I start wrapping up for good. This is the only serious one of these I ask. When the day comes many, 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 many eons from now, you're standing at the pearly gates. And the maitre d' is at the pearly gates looking to welcome you in. What is it you want to hear them say to you upon welcoming you in?
Well done, thy good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things.
Perfect. Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. All right, John, if you would, please, let's put up one of those two flyers I sent you. There are two organizations here in the Hampton Roads area, nonprofits that I'm very much into supporting. The first one here, this is the Moon Group Foundation. Thank you, John. There you go. The Moon Group Foundation, they are in the process of getting ready to purchase 100 bikes from Walmart at a cost of $75 a bike to give away for their second annual bike giveaway. The Moon Group Foundation supports children of incarcerated parents. As you see there, there's a QR code. Why do I bring this up as well as it being a great cause? They also have an incentive program. If you make a donation of $100, $150, or $200, they have a travel voucher program that they will give back to you for 5 days, 4 nights stay. $100 donation. Hey, guys, that buys a bike and a half. But more importantly, as a thank you, you get a 5-day, 4-night complimentary stay in Cancun, Mexico. And by the way, no timeshare involved, no marketing. It's truly a getaway. The only thing you have to pay for is your airfare and taxes applicable. If you make a $150 donation, you get that same 5 days, 4 nights, plus the second week. If you make a $200 donation or more, you get a 1 week, you get a 5-day, 4-night stay at the Riviera Maya, all-inclusive discounted opportunity, plus the second week. That is the Moon Group Foundation. Okay, you can go to the moongroupfoundation.org. It's right on the landing page. John, throw up the second one real quickly, if you would. This is Millie in Motion, another wonderful organization that I support. They also are doing the same thing with these trips. Millie in Motion is an organization started by Millie and her mom, Carol. Millie, 22 years old, has cerebral palsy. We know that clientele like that go through physical therapy and whatnot. However, they sometimes need a little more. They have come up with their own list of providers that specialize in working with clientele like this, but these people can't always afford the extra payment. So they have the opportunity. If you make $100, $150, or $200 donation, it covers a certain number of patients and extra coverage with these physical therapists. And they also have the same promotion going on for giveaways as a thank you back to you for making the donation. That's millioinmotion.org, as well as the Moon Group Foundation. I know it's a season of gift to giving and you're giving to your family and locals. However, if you can do anything, whether it gets you a certificate back or not, please support these nonprofits. Last but not least, I know I had one more thing, but it totally escapes me right now, so I'm not going to waste anybody else's time. Melanie, thank you so very much for spending some of your Saturday with me. Folks, go back. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube tomorrow, 1 p.m. Well, probably next week by the time I upload it, but don't forget dbtv.tv. You'll be able to check out this episode and any previous episode on there as well. All right, everybody, whatever you decide to do for Thanksgiving, please enjoy. Be safe, be happy, enjoy your family time, because you know what? There is no better time than the holidays right now through the end of the year. We appreciate it. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We are all we have, whether you like it or not. I want to thank Miliari Group, Comfort Care Home Care Virginia Beach, Tidewater Community College, and Different Strokes 757, and of course, my good and dear friend, whether he wants to admit it or not, Mr. John J. Peg Styles back in Vegas. I'm very thankful for you and your friendship, my friend. Thank everybody for watching. I have no idea what I'm doing next week, but thank you for watching. Bye, Melanie. We'll see you soon.